across the UK, online and on DAB.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation. The best of Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Bill has been patient enough to wait over the news. It's going to be a good one, Bill. What have you got for us?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you, Lee. Mr. Lee, because that's a respect to you.
Thank you.
But the actual music before you spoke to me was not very good.
Sorry? Beg your pardon?
Bear with me for a second.
Yes.
I think I'm on speakerphone, so it's not working too good.
Okay, well, what's not working too good?
I'm not quite sure. If you Iain, you've got a very good memory, and I spoke to you quite a few weeks ago about my mental health. Yeah?
Yes.
And you was very compassionate towards me.
Yes.
And that's why I've rung you back tonight.
Okay. Were you the gentleman that had a lady cooking for him?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, you had a lady cooking for him. Very, very old-fashioned. I like that. Was it a good meal?
It was a very nice meal, Iain, but I'm struggling to talk at the minute.
Okay. Why are you struggling to talk?
It's not because I did dislike you. I'm just struggling to talk. I'm struggling.
If I remember, Bill, do I remember correctly that you have seizures?
Correct.
There we go. Right, okay, first things first, you're wrong about that song. It's beautiful. Secondly, why are you struggling to talk tonight, mate? What's happening?
Right, first thing, I have to disagree. The song was crap. There you go.
This is the most polite argument about music I've ever been involved in. Go on, then.
And the second reason is...
Yes.
The song was beautiful as well.
What, huh? The song was crap and the song was beautiful?
Yeah, it's a contradiction.
Yes, well, complete contradiction. How can you hold those two opposing thoughts in your head at the same time?
Because I'm going to get your brain working.
Uh-oh, okay.
Mr. Lee.
Well, as long as one of our brains is working during this phone conversation, we should be okay.
I hope we are. I always love speaking to you because you're very compassionate,
yes.
Empathetic, sympathetic person.
Yes.
I know that you understand mental health issues. I'm going to start playing now, so I'll let you talk for a bit.
Hey, man. Well, listen, you said some very kind things. All I understand is what I've been through, and you know, and I try and share that, and sometimes people get stuff from it, and sometimes people think I talk too much about it, and that's fine. Second point is that it is one of the greatest songs of all time. And the third point is, why are you crying, Bill? What's going on, man?
Iain, if I can say to you, Elton John,
yeah.
Candle in the Wind.
Yeah.
What memories bring that back to you straight away?
Lady Di.
Correct.
Yeah. Still makes me
that sums up me, Iain.
What sums up you?
Sums up me in the respect of the words.
You weren't murdered by your father-in-law, were you? That's a joke.
No, I wasn't. No. I'm struggling.
Why are you struggling, Bill? All jokes to one side now. Why are you struggling? What's going on, man?
I'm just struggling. I drink too much. I drink. Alcoholism, detox, rehab, and all the rest of it here.
Yeah.
I know you understand. That's why I'm ringing you. That's why I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm giving you my time, sir.
Yeah, well, I appreciate your time. It's a very valuable gift, and I'm very grateful of it. So you drink too much?
Yeah, far too much. Would you like me to explain a bit more?
Only if you feel comfortable explaining a bit more.
I drink about 90 pints a day, which equates 90
pints a day of what?
Yes, which equates to 190 units.
90. Hang on a minute. 90 pints a day of what? Beer?
Yeah, Guinness.
I don't believe you.
Well,
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. If you drank 90 pints of Guinness a day, no, that's not even humanly possible.
Well, because Ian, my body has got so much tolerance to the alcohol. That's why I can drink it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying makes sense. Otherwise, you would cut me off straight away.
Well, I don't think it's physically possible to consume 90 pints of Guinness a day.
Well, you're talking to the person that can do it. You're lost for words, aren't you?
No, I'm not lost for words at all. I've got many words. I'll tell you why I'm quiet is because I'm Googling, can you drink 90 pints of Guinness a day?
I've never heard you lost for words.
No, well, if you listen again, Bill, I just said I'm not lost for words. I'm pausing because I'm Googling, can you drink 90 pints of Guinness a day? I'm not lost for words. I got loads of words. I'm just holding back my words so that I use the right ones.
You are not short of words, but at the minute you're clueless.
No, I'm not. Again, Bill, I hate to. No. Please don't tell me.
Let me finish.
Shut up. Please don't tell me what I am thinking and what I am feeling because you're wrong.
I'm listening. But you have to Google, and I can talk from brain power.
No. I'm Googling to see how. No. I can talk from brain power. What is this? This is now turning into a weird. We're arguing politely about music, and now it's got a bit mean. I'm trying to because I think you're talking out your ass. I really do, Bill. I don't think it's possible to consume 90 pints of any liquid in a day. I don't think it's physically possible.
Well, I've got the proof.
That's why I was hesitating speaking, because I didn't want to come out with such a brash statement. I was trying to find some kind of factual evidence, right? You didn't allow me the time to find that, so I've just come out and said what was sitting underneath. Someone has tweeted me, that means a pint every 12 minutes. And someone else has tweeted me, that's about 300 quid at the pub a day.
Massive money.
Sorry?
Massive money.
300 quid a day?
Cash.
300 quid a day you're spending on Guinness?
Correct.
Right, where do you get £300 a day from? That's over £2,000 a week.
Yeah, but please give me a minute. I might ask you a question.
Yeah.
Which is first to say from the what do you think about Steve Allen? I know he's on a rival radio station, but what do you think about Steve?
Steve Allen is completely irrelevant to this conversation. Can I ask you a question now, Bill?
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
Why have you phoned me up to lie about the amount of alcohol you drink?
I'm not lying.
90 pints a day.
Yeah, why do you think I'm lying?
Because I don't think it's not humanly possible, Bill.
Yeah, it's not humanly possible, but it's physically possible.
Right. Humanly possible, physically possible means the same thing.
Well, I can tell Iain, when I ring you, I respect you totally, and I tell you the truth, and I've drunk what I've just told you.
90 pints a day?
It's massive.
And have you had 90 pints a day today?
Correct.
And how long have you been doing that for?
Many years. That's why I'm an alcoholic. I'm waiting to go into detox and rehab, but it's not happening at the minute, sir.
Bill, I don't know what to say because my compassion only really works, and my empathy only really works when people are honest with me. And I don't believe you, sir. I don't believe you. And if it's true, then you will have my sincerest apologies. But I don't believe you.
One thing that you said there, Ian, sir. You
stop calling me sir, Bill. Stop calling me sir. Just call me Ian.
No, you said you don't believe. Then you used the word sir. So that means that you do believe, but you don't believe.
No. Here we go. I've got to the crux of it. I've got to the crux of it. It's just in a flash of light. It's just come to me. You've said something really revealing there.
All right, I'm listening.
I've cracked the Bill code. Okay, fine.
You've cracked the code, yeah?
I've cracked the code.
Right.
You in your head, dualities are completely possible to hold. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, you're making me wait, but just tell me what.
You in your head, because of the unique way that your head is wired. If I remember correctly, I don't know if it's epilepsy, but I remember you have very serious seizures that send you out of sorts. In your head,
yeah.
And you've displayed this twice. And the first time I thought it was a joke. The second time it's like, okay. In your head, you are able to hold two completely diametrically opposed thoughts simultaneously.
If you can just say to me what diametrical.
Okay, I will explain to you. You can hold a pen in your hand, and you can.
Dial means twice, doesn't it?
You can hold a pen in your hand, and you can look at it, and you can think, "This is the best pen in the world," and you can also think, "This is the worst pen in the world," and you can think those things at exactly the same time.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder. Can I ask you a question? This is going to sound like a really dumb question, right?
Go on, carry on.
I'm going to ask you a few questions that are going to sound dumb, right? How strong are you, Bill? Physically, how strong are you?
I'm very weak in my physical posture.
Very weak. Okay. How intellectually strong are you?
Very strong.
Very, very strong.
Yeah,
Have you ever tried to move something just by looking at it?
Did you say have I ever tried?
Have you ever tried to move something just by looking at it?
No, that's the answer. No.
Do you think you could do that?
I'm willing to try, Ian.
Do you think it would work if you tried it? What I'm asking is, have you got any special powers?
No, I don't believe they have. No.
Okay. All right. I don't believe you drink 90 pints a day. It's not physically possible. I suspect that I'm not a doctor, so I'm trying. It sounds like I'm giving a diagnosis, but I'm not. But I suspect that sometimes you imagine things. Let me finish. Sometimes I imagine that you imagine things. And sometimes you're so good at imagining things that you believe those things are real.
Right, if I can come back to you respectfully, Ian, 90 pints of Guinness is 2.1%, so you can times that by 2, which is 180%. And that's what I drink per day.
Okay.
You can either accept it or not accept it. Whatever your decision is, I will respect that, because as a broadcaster, your voice just coming over the radio is fantastic to me, because it gives me a lot of relaxation, sir.
Okay, Bill. Well, listen, I've enjoyed entering your world for a few minutes, and I appreciate your time, and I appreciate your kind words.
Thank you, Iain.
Thank you, Bill. You take care of yourself, mate.
Okay, take care, my friend.
Thank you very much indeed. I'm going to be honest, for the first 5 minutes, I thought it was David Babcock. For the first 5 minutes, I thought it was David Babcock. And then when he started talking about the mental health, I thought, no, David wouldn't do that. I'm exhausted, man. And here's the thing, you know. We've had Bill and we've had Noel on the line tonight, and I feel moved beyond anything. I feel moved, and I feel sad, and I feel worried for them, and I know that there's absolutely nothing I can do. I think sometimes people put too much kind of faith in me. I'm just a bloke who's on the radio. I get paid money to be an idiot. I'm a failed TV host, if you must know. And then I get calls like that, and the call from Noel, and it really upsets me that there's not enough money spent on people who are seriously mentally ill, is I guess the point I'm trying to make. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio. Let's have some adverts. So good evening, Dave.
It's actually Daniel, Iain.
Sorry, Daniel. My team have let me down there. I do apologise. It's Daniel, Catherine, not Dave. You've got it wrong. It's Daniel. Sorry, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm a very nervous first-time caller.
You sound very nervous. Yet I know it's the first time we've spoken, but yet you sound so familiar.
I'm so nervous. So nervous.
Don't be nervous. Let me put my hand on your thigh.
Ooh.
Does that make you more or less nervous?
More nervous, Iain.
I'm going to move my hand up at your thigh a little bit.
No, take it away.
My hand has been taken away. I respect boundaries.
Iain,
Daniel.
I hope you don't mind me calling. I'm very nervous.
And now you're Irish.
I've always been Irish, Iain.
You weren't at the very, very start of the phone call. Have you travelled?
Have you cleaned your ears out lately?
And now you're Mrs. Doubtfire.
This is very offensive to people of Cork, where I was born and raised.
For a second, I thought he was going to say people of colour, and you know what? I couldn't have said anything to that. There was no way I could come back against that. But he said people of Cork. Okay, Daniel. Well, I apologise. What would you like to say on this, our first time of chatting?
Iain, I would like to tell you to speak loudly and proudly that I am a germaphobe, and I may need to wash my hands and face.
You don't like Germans?
Germaphobe.
You don't like, what is that, germs?
I am a germaphobe, Iain.
Yeah, those dirty little germs.
I may need to wash my hands and face and brush my teeth during this conversation if it lasts more than 6 minutes.
Okay.
I had a quick wash just before we began speaking.
Okay.
But my dream, I have a dream, Iain, and my dream is one day to do a karaoke song. Oh, I'm so happy that you can amuse yourself with that, Iain. It's the bane. I have a dream to do a karaoke, and all that. I make this reaction all the time.
Go and do a karaoke then. There'll be pubs everywhere in Cork with karaoke.
But don't you know how dirty these clubs are? I'm a germaphobe. Oh yeah, you laugh. But I respect you, Iain, despite your intolerance towards the germaphobe society. I do respect you as a broadcaster.
Tragic Comic slams the germaphobe society. Oh, mate.
I respect you as a broadcaster.
But not as a human being.
And most of all,
yes.
actually, and as a vocalist and singer.
Thank you.
I've heard you sing on this show.
Thank
you. And
great voice.
What many people believe, I think you have a strong and powerful voice.
Thank you, Daniel.
And I would love it if you would accompany me in a duet tonight. I've been practicing for quite a long time. This is my gateway into possibly hitting the karaoke bars.
This is the gateway. This is the gateway drug. You'll be on stage and they'll be trying to pull you off stage. Trying to pull you off stage.
Yeah. Well, the song I've been practicing in is Say, 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 a duet between Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson, and I would love it if you could perform the Michael Jackson part.
I don't remember which part is which.
Well, Paul begins with... Oh, now. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to wash my hands.
Okay, now you go and wash your hands.
Can you just hold on for a second?
Yeah, of course we can hold on. Of course we can hold on. All disabilities are welcome on this show.
I'll just rest it by the side of the sink. 1 second. There we go, that's better.
Okay. Are you ready?
So, I'll be Paul.
Okay.
Okay, just 1 second. Let me get back to my comfortable spot.
You got your comfortable spot?
Yeah. So...
You ready?
I'm ready. Say...
Not yet.
What you want.
No, not yet. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Say what you want, but don't play games with my affection. Take what you need, but don't leave me with no direction.
All alone, I sit here by the phone, waiting for you, baby.
Very good, keep going.
Through the years, how can you stand to hear my pleading for you, dear? You know I'm crying.
Oh, that was fantastic.
I started a bit too high, but I think I've got the essence of the Dead Junkie.
You haven't let me down.
Here we go.
Go where you want, but don't leave me here forever. You stay away so long, girl. I see you never.
What can I do to get through to you? 'Cause I love you. I've gone higher.
Love you, baby.
Standing here, baptized in all my tears. Oh, my baby, crying. I'm gonna go an octave lower. I'm gonna go an octave lower for the next bit. I think I was a bit too high there. And now we're jumping on the back of a wagon, aren't we? Here we go.
You never ever worry, and you never shed a tear. So you in?
You're saying that my love ain't real. I just look at my face and these tears I'm crying.
You can never say that I'm not the one who really loves you. I pray every day that you'll see things go like I do.
What can I do, girl, to get through to you? Because I love you, baby. Standing here, baptized in all my tears. My baby, through the years, you know I'm crying. I wish I was doing Paul McCartney.
Well, I didn't choose Paul by accident, Ian.
You?
Ian, I think that by the end of the year, I may be hitting the karaoke bars of Cork.
Well, I wish you the very best of luck, Daniel. You've really brought back my love of life.
Thank you very much, and all the best to all your millions of listeners. Good night.
Oh dear. Let's go to a break. Then Mo!
Hi, Ian. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks, Mo. I was bigging you up there, Mo, and it was a little bit flaccid, but don't worry. I'm fine, Mo. How are you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
What's going on?
I'll ask you a personal question. I'm not sure you're going to answer. You're probably not going to answer.
Okay. Well, hang on a second. If you think I'm not going to ask it, why do you think I'm not going to answer it?
Because, like, I know you're probably just not going to answer. I just feel it.
Well, then why ask it?
No, just let me ask, because I said try, innit?
I suppose so. Try. You've got to try.
Okay.
Well, this is an historic moment for both of us because I don't know what the question is. You don't know whether I'm going to answer it. Honestly, we're about to enter the random zone, right? Anything could happen. Let's see.
Open the floor for me, then.
The floor is open to Mo. Mo, welcome to the random zone. Fire away, Mo.
So what was going through your mind when you were eating those strawberries and I'm a celebrity, get me out of here? We did that selfish act.
I thought you were going to ask, like, a really deep, personal question. You're asking about some strawberries from 4 or 5 months ago. I tell you what was going through my mind. These strawberries taste delicious.
Yeah, well, why would you do that to your team, man? When you knew your whole team could benefit from them, why would you do that?
Well, they couldn't. It was 1 strawberry each.
Well, it would be so nice for your team.
Well, they've had strawberries since, Mo.
Plus, you were pushing Amir to eat them anyway.
What? Well, if you've seen it, you'll know that Amir suggested it, and Amir was pushing me. But thanks for making up your own narrative, Mo. Oh, by the way, you weren't there. You don't even know what happened. But thanks.
I was there. I was watching the TV.
You were there. Okay. Mo, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
What?
It was 5 minutes of a reality TV show 5 months ago. You really need to get a life and get over it.
Yeah, but it was the morals behind it, man.
Screw morals.
It was the morals behind it.
Here's the thing. Do you want to know what I was thinking? Do you know what I was thinking?
What?
I was thinking, if I do this right... there's 2 things I was thinking. First thing I thought was, would my 2 best friends, Scott and Kath, would they find it funny? Right?
And they didn't.
No, they did. They found it hilarious. So I judged that right. And the second thought I was thinking, right, was, if this is shown the way I expect it to be shown, this will be an iconic moment in this series of I'm a Celebrity that had so far, to the best of my knowledge, been quite boring, right?
No, you weren't thinking that, man. You just wanted the strawberries.
Hang on a minute. Mo, you've asked me a question. I'm answering it in a more honest way than you can handle, and now you're disputing my answer. That's very rude, man. Why would I lie to you?
It's just because it was a big, I mean...
I'm not going to give the answer that you want me to give because that answer isn't my truth. I'm telling you my truth. You're about to get a world exclusive on a story no one gives a toss about. And because it's not the story that you want to believe, you won't believe it.
A lot of people care, man. Don't tell me that no one gives a toss about it.
Mate, it was
last... cared about it.
It was no one cared. Literally... No one, apart from you, cares about the strawberries from I'm a Celebrity. Why? What answer do you think I should give you?
I think you should say that was a really selfish act. To be honest,
I'm not going to say that. I'm afraid because I disagree with that. So I'm not going to give you the answer that you want. I'm afraid.
I don't know, man, Iain.
No, I do know, man, Mo. I'm not going to give you the answer that you want. I was giving you the absolute truth to the question that you asked me, but you chose not to allow me to finish that. You didn't want to hear it. You didn't believe it. That's your choice.
No, I listened to you. So you wanted to make your friends laugh. But was that really going through your mind when you were eating those strawberries?
Well, how many thoughts did I say were going through my mind?
You said 2.
Yeah, and you didn't let me finish the second one.
I heard your second one.
No, you didn't, because you interrupted it halfway through. So you didn't.
Finish it then.
No, I'm not going to, because you're a very rude man. And I'm not going to tell you what you want me to tell you. But, this guy's... Have you heard this guy?
Yeah.
Mo, I know my truth, and I know exactly what was going through my head.
If I want you to apologise to the world about you eating those strawberries.
I'm not going to do that. This is a wind-up call, yeah? This is a wind-up call.
Mo's called us before. Did you hear when he was on with Tommy and Mo had an argument with Tommy about teachers?
No, I don't
and
listen.
Deliberately didn't listen that time as well.
Okay, so is Mo an enfant terrible, or is he just le tosseur? Which is it, Mo?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you don't, because we're
better than Tommy, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I know I am.
Again,
And I'm better. And I'm.
when you eat those lovely strawberries, those fresh strawberries and cream.
This is a. Hang on a second. This is a wind-up call, man. Because no one could be. Mo. No one could be this dumb. No one could be as dumb as you're being now. This is an act, man. And fair play, it's a good act. But no one could be this stupid.
I'm just disagreeing with you that you were very.
No. You weren't disagreeing with me. You weren't disagreeing with me. You were saying that I was lying. You're calling me a liar.
I was just saying you were licking that cream. It was selfish. It was very, very selfish to your team, and you were eating those strawberries, licking that cream.
Hang on a second. I didn't have a team on I'm a Celebrity. That my team was me and my family. That was my team. I didn't have a team. The other people in the camp, mate, they weren't the camp. They weren't teams. Well, then Mo, you need to be very specific about words. I didn't have a team. They weren't my group either. They weren't my group. They weren't my.
They weren't just a random.
Yeah, they were. Well, they were They were literally a random group of people. They were not my friends, Mo.
Well, they should have been. I'm sorry. Like a lot of people build relationships.
God, you're dumb. What? A lot of people. I've got a couple of really good friends off the back of it, but
Well, you just said that they weren't your friends, and I see that you are. So you're changing your views, aren't you?
No, not at all. Listen to the language I'm using, man. I'm very specific with my friends, with my phrases. Let me say this again, right? They weren't my friends. I've built a couple of good friendships off the back of that show. Do you see the subtle difference there?
You just said that. You keep changing your.
No,
mind,
I don't.
man.
Listen again. I'm not. They weren't at the time I ate the strawberries. They weren't my friends. I have made a couple of good. Let me finish, Mo. Let me finish, Mo. Let me finish. At the time of eating the strawberries, they were not my friends. I have made a couple of good friendships off the back of that show. Do you see this? Do you see the difference?
There was no moral, even towards people you stayed with for like a few weeks of the time.
I had no connection with them. At that point.
But still, even if you have no connection, you shouldn't eat the strawberries, man.
Mo, how old are you? What are you, 32?
Listen, man.
How old are you, Mo? 32?
I'm 17.
Jeez, then you need to get a life, dude. It's a show. It's over. They're already lining up the people for this year's I'm a Celebrity. Get over it, man. I've got over it. They've got over it. You need to get up. If Rebecca Vardy can get over the strawberries, then Mo in Watford needs to get over the strawberries.
But it's still a selfish act. I just want to bring it back up to you. That was just a selfish act, and you really should apologise, to the people involved.
I don't know if you saw the show. We obviously didn't watch the show because, what did I do shortly after eating the strawberries, Mo? What did I do?
You felt bad, and then you just said, Amir, you covered up for Amir.
No, yeah, I covered up for Amir, and I went, and what did I go and say to the boys and girls, my teammates? What did I say to them?
But sorry.
What? There we go. I said I'm sorry. I apologise, Mo.
It's the easiest word. It's the easiest word. It's about the morals. If it was me, I would say no. I'm not going to eat those strawberries.
Okay, Mo. Well, then you missed out on some delicious strawberries, and you missed out on being the highlight of the entire series. Well done, Mo.
Yeah,
well played.
You would have been a man, man. You would have been a man.
God, being the man nonsense. All right, Mo. Hey, thanks for the call, man.
Cheers, man.
There we go. He's good. I like him.
Mo could have an argument in a phone box.
He's good. I like Mo. I think he's playing a little game there.
He's not.
No, I think he is.
Dad. We spoke to his dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is his dad a knob as well?
No, his dad seems.
I think Mo was playing the game.
No,
a 17-year-old.
I think he thinks he's being clever, but he just doesn't listen.
Then a certain gentleman who I don't like. I'm not going to say his name, okay, because I think that would be inappropriate, but I'm going to give you a little clue as to who exactly I'm talking about.
Fanny.
Yep. That guy.
Fanny.
Yeah, the Fanny guy.
Fanny. Fanny. Fanny.
Hang on a minute, I might be able to do something with this.
Oh, God.
I have to do something. Hang on, this could be fun. Hang on a minute.
You know he listens to this show.
Who? What is going on with your insides?
I'm so hungry and people keep sending me pictures of burgers.
Let's try this.
Fanny.
Oh.
Fanny.
No.
Fanny.
What?
Fanny. 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 Fanny.
That's, there you go. This is the sound of George Galloway leaving the Talk Radio building.
Fanny. Fanny.
Bye, George!
Fanny. 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 Fanny.
Let's try this one. Let's see what this one does.
Fanny.
Oh, doesn't do anything.
Nothing, just loud.
All right, let's try this one.
Fanny.
Okay, that doesn't do anything.
Just more
Fanny.
Just more Fanny.
Let's try this one.
Fanny.
Oh, over-modded Fanny.
Yeah, that's...
Fanny.
Let's try this one. Fanny. Oh! We got George on the phone. George! Fanny. Yeah. Hey, listen, I found an old radio from the 1970s. Should we turn it on and see what's on? Fanny. Oh, it's George Galloway. Let's try this.
God.
Fanny.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Same old Fanny.
What does this do?
Fanny.
Yeah.
It's supposed to... Why wouldn't it... Oh, all right, you can mess around with them. All right.
Don't mess around with the Fanny.
Okay, let's try this one.
Oh, I don't like that. It's like Darth Vader.
Fanny.
We've got a tape of George Galloway as a 12-year-old boy.
Fanny. Oh.
George, little Georgie Galloway. Georgie, what are your hobbies?
Fanny.
Okay. Okay. Let's try this one. Oh, look at this. I didn't know this had all these toys on here. Bear with me. This is the next hour sorted out. Oh, okay. This is great. Look at this. This is the thing the BBC bought for me.
Fanny.
I don't understand why it's so good. Let's see what this is.
Fanny.
Why does that? That should do.
Fanny.
No, okay. That's just giving us Fanny. Let's do a couple more, and then we'll do. What's this? What's this one do?
Fanny.
Okay. Hang on.
Nothing.
No, hang on a minute.
Fanny. Fanny.
Quick, George, your mum's coming.
Fanny.
Hey, George, just slow down, dude. Take it easy.
Fanny.
George has had a few to drink. George, you all right? Can I get you anything?
Fanny.
Oh, God. Oh, dear. Meanwhile on LBC. Oh, dear.
Quick, George has fallen down the well. I fell down.
Fanny.
George, can we get you anything?
Fanny.
Outrageous. Stop now. That's too much fun.
Okay.
Anyway, so 03444991000.
Anyway, he came along, and now he gets all the calls. That's what I'm saying. He gets all the calls.
Because of that. Oh, dear.
And if you are listening, George, Catherine made me do that. I had absolutely no interest in that whatsoever. I've got interest in it, obviously, but in the anyway, right.
Oh, go on.
Got interest in. So, we were watching this program, Love.
In unrelated news.
Girl, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yours, Alan.
Yeah, you really got me now. You got me, no, am I?
Yeah, you really got me going. You got me so I know I don't mind. You really got me. Take it, Alan. And again.
Girl, you really got me now. You got me talking about night.
Oh yeah, I see you got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't remember. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. Alan, play the guitar solo, buddy.
You really set me free. You're number one, really about night.
There we are. No. Oh, yeah, no.
You got me dog, you got me by night.
Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't imagine. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. That was the Kinks. It was the Kinks and the song "You Really Got Me Now" by the Kinks. But let's flip the Kinks over and let's go to the softer side of the Kinks and let's sing one of the Kinks ballads here. Hope you enjoy this. This one's called "Days" by Ray Davies. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a second.
Can I join in with this one?
No, it's boys only.
Yeah, let Cap do this.
Oh, come on.
All right, go on, Kath. Go on.
When does it start?
You lead.
Thank you for the days. Ah, she sings like a girl.
Those endless days, those sacred days you gave me. I'm thinking of the day.
Oh, yes! You were in heaven!
Those endless days, those sacred days you gave me.
I bless the light.
Bless the light.
I bless the light that shines on you, believe me. But now you're gone. You're with me every single day, believe me.
Days I remember all my life. Years when you can't say wrong from right. I'll get the love, but very soon I realize you love me. But it's alright, and I'm not frightened by the days, believe me. All together now. Days, Cat.
I know. Each day, if just brings sorrow, let it wait.
Okay.
Right. Thank you for the day. Those endless days, those sacred days you gave me. I'm thinking of the day. I won't forget a single day, believe me. Here we go. Oh. Days I remember all my life. Days when you can't see wrong from right.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think Days was working. I don't think...
Oh, man.
No, I don't think the guys want ballads. They want...
What do they want?
I tell you exactly what the guys want. The guys want...
All day and all the night?
They want some transgender rock before it was hit.
Oh.
Here we go. Oh, hang on a minute. This started there. There we go. You know this one, Alan? It goes a little bit like this.
No.
I met her in a club down in Soho where they drink champagne and it tastes just like cherry cola. C-O-L-A cola. Catherine, you want to take it?
Coco. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her name and in a dark barn voice she said Lola.
Hello, LA!
Hello, Lola. Lola.
Alan, do you know this song well enough to take it? Yes. Get ready. I'm not the world.
I'm not the world that was on the fight. Lost the girl and she was my poor Lola. Hello, Lola.
Well, he's not dumb, but we can't understand a single word that he says. Sounds like he's got a dick in his mouth. D-I-C-K, D-I-C-K mouth. D-I-C-K mouth. Alan, you ready, buddy?
Ready.
Take it home, fella.
Oh my God.
Nope. The candlelight. She picked me up and sat me on a knee and said, little boy, won't you come home with me? I'm not the world's most passionate guy, but when I looked in her eyes, well, I almost fell for my Lola. La 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 la. La 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 la.
We've really got the vibe of this song. Only another 3 minutes to go, guys. Here we go. I pushed her away. I walked to the door. I fell to the floor. I got down on my knees. And that's when I saw she had a car.
Oh, come on.
She did. Okay.
You spoiled that romantic moment.
Well, it's I know for a fact there are kids listening tonight, and that's really lowered. You've lowered the tone there, Alan. Shame on you. You're banned for calling this show until Monday, okay?
Oh, I apologise.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go to Mo. Good evening, Mo.
Good, man. How are you?
I didn't ask.
Sorry? I'm good.
I didn't ask it once or twice. I didn't ask at all, but thank you.
It's obviously you want to pick an argument, but yeah.
No. I just like precision. I suspect it's you that wants to pick the argument. I didn't ask how you were. I couldn't care less. What can I do for you, Mo?
Well, I just thought it's actually quite similar to today. I didn't like the way we finished our conversation yesterday.
Nor do I, because you were very, very rude to me.
I thought you were very, very rude to me, actually. I don't think you actually answered my
You accused me of being a liar.
I would never accuse you of that.
Yeah, you did. You did. You asked me a question. I told you the answer, and I exposed my soul to you, and you told me that wasn't the answer.
And would you do it again? That's the question.
No, that wasn't the question. That wasn't the question. You asked me a question about the flipping strawberries like a child. I told you the answer, and you said, no, I don't believe that. That's not the answer. So that's accusing me of lying. Mo, you did. Mo, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what you said.
I bet you can't find a recording of that. But I would never do that to you, Ian.
Mo, you did, mate. Like I said, I'm paraphrasing, but that was the sentiment of what you said. Yeah.
So I just said I wouldn't believe a radio presenter. I would never say that.
No, you didn't. I didn't say you said you wouldn't believe a radio presenter. But you didn't believe what I was saying, Mo.
Well, I just felt you were just sort of like changing the reason.
No. I was telling you the reason.
But can I just ask you another question?
Well, no, because I will answer it, and you won't believe that answer because it doesn't fit into your narrative that you've constructed in your little fantasy world.
I don't have a narrative. See, that's just a bit rude again.
No, it's not. Suggesting someone has a narrative isn't rude. I don't think you know what narrative means.
Yeah, mindset. It means mindset. But just listen to me. Ian, can I just ask a question, please?
You can ask it, but I may choose not to answer it.
Well, would you eat those lovely strawberries and cream again?
Mate, are you a 12-year-old girl? Obsessed with the flipping pop group. Why is your? Listen. It was a kids' TV show that was on in December of last year. Right? Get over it. Get over it. I tell you what it was. It was 40 minutes of my life. 40 minutes of my life. Get over it. I'm over it.
It's more than just the strawberries. That's the thing.
Well, then what? Well, tell me what else it is. Then, if it's more than just the strawberries, tell me what else.
You have to look behind the strawberries. It's the morals. It's the fact that you betrayed a group of people that you were with at the time for several weeks. I mean, the house.
The house? It wasn't Big Brother, mate.
The jungle. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, Mo. I am very precise with my words. I choose... No, you're not. You're not. You said house. There wasn't a house there, so that was imprecise with your words. I'm very precise with my words, okay? Words are my tools. They are my weapons. They are what feed... Please be quiet, because I'm explaining something. They are what feeds my kids, okay? So I have to be very careful with words, right? And I say exactly what I mean, okay? So that there is no chance for confusion or obfuscation, okay? So I choose what I say very, very carefully, okay? You're repeating nonsense that you spouted yesterday. I gave you the answer yesterday. You chose to not believe it because it didn't fit into the story you'd constructed.
That's not true, Ian.
That is true, Mo.
I seen you do the actions, and I really felt sorry for the people involved.
Is he calling from like a unit or something? Because this is not the normal behaviour of a 17-year-old.
What did I say that was so wrong?
Sorry, Mo?
I'm not saying anything wrong. You just feel everyone in the world thought you were a very, very selfish man on that day.
Can I ask a question, Mo?
Yeah?
Right, I heard you talking to Tommy Boyd before you came talking to Ian, and I've noticed something with your phone calls. All of them are you trying to tell someone off for something you perceive that they've done, and I don't really understand why.
What, Captain, you disagree with the presenters you're with. I mean, I want to disagree with them. Because I disagree with them.
You can say your opinion, but we can challenge it. And I think that you've just said it. You want to disagree with them. So regardless of what they say back to you, you want to disagree.
That's not true. Are
you disagreeing with me?
Well, it is.
I like a lot of your presenters, like George Galloway. They say a lot of good things. But I just don't like some of your presenters, and I want to disagree with them on some
So you don't like me now?
Right. Okay.
You don't like me, Mo?
That's not true.
You just said you don't like some of the presenters and you want to disagree with them. So I assumed that was about me. I don't mind if you don't like me, because honestly, I couldn't care less.
No, don't attack me, Ian.
Mo, you're very, very defensive. I'm not attacking anyone. You implied that you didn't like me, and I don't, and I find that fascinating. But also, I literally couldn't care less what you think of me. I will not lose 1 second of sleep because Mo in Watford doesn't like me.
That's not true. I just thought you were a very, very selfish man when you ate those strawberries, and I can disagree with them. I bet Catherine thought the same thing.
No.
I bet you.
No, well, hang on a minute.
Why are you speaking for me now, Mo?
Hang on a minute, Mo. I'm now going to ask her what she thought. Right? I know what she thought because we've talked about it. Are you gonna believe her answer, or are you gonna disbelieve her answer?
Well, I'm gonna believe Catherine.
Okay, Catherine, what did you think about me eating the strawberries?
I thought it was a load of nonsense, and I thought it was hilarious.
Mo?
Well, okay, I'm gonna respect Catherine's opinion. I'm gonna be really nice now.
You don't have to be nice.
Sorry?
You don't have to be nice.
But then why, when I told you my truth about why I did it, why did you not respect that? Why were you disrespectful to that?
It's because you've done it, Ian.
Yeah, but you asked me why I'd done it, and I told you, and you said you didn't believe the reasons that I gave you. I gave you 1.5 reasons because you rudely interrupted me in the second one, but you didn't believe that.
I just thought you were a bit selfish.
Yeah, we know. You rang up to tell him that, and that's all you rang up for.
That's great. Why are you so angry, Mo? What's happening in your life at the moment?
Well, I'm not angry. Can't you hear my voice? I'm very, very happy.
But what's going on in your life?
What do you mean what's going on in my life? My life is totally normal.
Well, we all think our lives are normal, but no one knows what goes on behind closed doors, do we?
What is this, a show of Dr. Phil or something? What, are you going to ask me, like, really, really personal questions now?
Yeah.
Like what?
Just wonder why you get so angry.
I'm not getting angry. I'm just like slightly disagreeing with some of the actions you did in the past. I'm just making your show a bit more interesting.
But well, you're not. But why do you get so upset about a TV show, Mo? What's missing in your life that a 4 or 5 month old TV show is still playing on your mind?
Listen, it's just about when I like hear you talk, I just like thought of that self-sack that you've done, and I said, wow.
So why is an act of, as you perceive it, selfishness? Why is that so important to you? What is someone?
I think it's just a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
A metaphor for what?
Personality.
Well, okay, so what is my personality? Selfish.
Just like no, not selfish, but that's just a metaphor to your personality.
Well, what's the metaphor?
What you would do in bigger situations. It's not just the strawberries. We have to think behind the strawberries.
We are behind the strawberries. Let's go behind the strawberries.
Yeah, just like it's a metaphor to your personality.
I don't think metaphor means what you think it means.
No, it doesn't. Nice, Princess Bride there. How'd you get on with your dad?
I get on well with him. Why are you even asking me this question? What a random question.
So you like everything to follow a pre-planned or a logical course, do you?
Yeah, listen.
You like things to follow. You like things to follow. You like things to follow a logical course.
Yeah, I see.
When did you last see your dad?
I just seen him today. I've seen him now.
Yeah. How is he?
He's good.
When was the last time he told you he loved you?
I don't know, man. Listen, man, I don't know why you're asking this about personal questions. Like, what has this got to do with you?
When was the last time he held your hand or put his hand on your shoulder?
This is absolutely ludicrous. And it really shows you that you're trying to make your show...
When was the last time he put his hand on your shoulder and looked you in the eye and said, son, I respect you and I love you?
What has this got to do with my opening argument? Ian, it really shows you how ridiculous you are, really.
When was the last time he did it, Mo? It's interesting you can't answer it, isn't it?
Well, Ian, listen, I'm not going to answer it.
Because you can't remember when.
Question.
Because you can't remember when.
Move on to your next question, please. Move on. Move on.
Is that because you can't remember when he did it?
No, my dad tells me he loves you all the time. I don't know why you're asking me.
Today? He told you today?
Well, I don't know. I don't have, like, telepathic memory or something.
You don't know I don't think you know what telepathic means. Telepathic memory. Well, Mo, if I were there, and if it were acceptable, I would put my hand on your shoulder and I would look you in your eyes, Mo, and I would tell you that I love you.
Oh, that's nice.
Not as a son, but as a human being.
What are you... I mean, is this a joke?
I love you, Mo.
Is this a joke to you?
As a brother on this planet...
Is this a joke, man? Don't take me as a joke. Don't use me as a joke.
All the things that you have been through in your 17 years on this planet and all the things that you will go through in, the next 70, 80 years, if you're lucky on this time on this planet?
Ian, don't change the subject.
I love you, man. I love you as a brother.
You're a good brother, man, but don't change the subject.
There is no subject, man. There is no subject.
The subject was a strawberry.
There's no subject. The subject is whatever we decide, whatever words tumble out of our mouths, Mo. And that is life. And life is like jazz. Life is like an improvised comedy. Life just... life is not planned. Life cannot be pre-planned.
In your radio shows, I really feel like you should really, own up to a lot of things you've done in the past. Because then it'll be more interesting and you get more listeners, to be honest.
Mo, listen. I appreciate your suggestions on how I can get more listeners. I will not take them on board.
If I had a radio show, I'd probably get more listeners than you.
I tell you what, do you want to do a radio show?
I'd have more listeners than you.
Do you want to do it after when we we'll go to the news when we come back? Do you want to do the Mo show?
You're funny, man. Listen, if I did the Mo show, I'd probably get more listeners than you.
Well, then that's great. Then let's do it. Shall we do it? We'll go to because I'm late for the news. When we come back, we'll do the Mo show.
Okay, man.
You up for it?
Yeah, man.
All right.
More listeners. Yep,
Beautiful. Beautiful. It's turned into a dick measuring contest. Brilliant. Mo, stay there. When we come back, you will hear the news, then we'll hear some adverts, and then we'll hear the music, and then you're on, Mo. It's your show, okay? 0344 499 1000, dear listener. It's not the Iain Lee show for the last hour. It's not the Catherine Boyle show. It's not the late night alternative. It is the Mo show. You are phoning in to talk to Mo. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Who has made a covenant with the night, and with the darkness he is in agreement.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee
On Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Hello?
Is that the Mo show?
Yeah, hello.
Is that the Mo show?
Yeah, man, who's winding me up?
Oh, Mo!
Wind up.
How you doing, man? Hey?
This is the wind up, isn't it?
No. I've got a subject matter for the Mo show.
What do you want? What do you want to say? I'm probably better than Iain Lee.
No. So first question then for the Mo show is, why are you so obsessed with the strawberries, man?
Well, because he was selfish. Iain Lee is just a selfish guy, and it's one of like showcase his selfishness.
No. You seem to be the only person on the planet that's actually bothered by it. I don't understand. Why it's such an issue.
It's not just the strawberries. It's like how selfish of a person he actually was. Him and Amir.
Yeah, but then you get that Iain. A lot of Iain, what you see is made for television and radio. It's not real. Doesn't mean to be selfish in the real world. Maybe he would, but
Simon.
At the end of the day, it's just a bit of a laugh, wasn't it? Done for telly. Why such an issue of it?
Him taking the strawberries is just a metaphor for his personality.
Metaphor. Okay. So look, so on the Mo show then, you've got your show now, Mo. So what are you going to be doing? What are your ideas, your inputs? Because you're going to be a lot better than Iain and a lot more popular. I can tell that already. So what are your thoughts going forward then? What can we expect?
Well, I'm just going to do the same as Iain Lee, just ramble on. Him and Kat. I'm just going to ramble on. Hello, just ramble on about random stuff that nobody really cares about. I bet you this is Iain Lee just bank holiday, man. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Hi, I'm Lauren.
Hi, Lauren, who's this? Why are you calling in today?
Well, first of all, so you know, I don't watch I'm a Celebrity, so you can drop away with strawberry thing, but I was going to ask, how's your mum?
Sorry?
How's your mum?
Yeah, she's fine. Why are you asking this, Lauren?
Well, you don't want to talk about your dad, so I figured you might want to talk about your mum.
Well, what a random question. You seem the same as Iain Lee, don't you?
Well, let's think. Have you ever considered that if you're calling a show like this, that probably if you're trying to be a troll, you're going to get outdone by pretty much everyone?
No, I'm not a troll. I'm just like showcasing his selfishness.
No, you're showcasing.
I need
that you
Serena on a better
actually
line
don't
if
have
she's
a
going
command
to
of
do
the
it.
English language for a start, because you don't know what a metaphor is.
I'm just showcasing his selfishness. And him taking the strawberries was a metaphor to his personality.
I told you I didn't watch that show, so I've got no idea what you're on about, but I'm just guessing, like, that was like last year, dude. Get over it. Like, he could have got over that in his New Year's resolution. This show is boring. Come on, do something fun.
Okay. Whatever you say. I mean, what's your point? I mean, why are you even calling in?
Hi, Mo. I've got a different question for you if you're interested.
What?
What?
I was just wondering, I thought I'd change the subject because you seem to be getting bored with the subject that you're on. I've just been reading up about a new subject and I was wondering what you thought about it, if you want to hear more about it.
What?
Okay, it's called gaslighting. Have you come across it?
No.
If you haven't come across it, it's something that a few people are hearing about right now. It's when you try and twist somebody else's reality to fit your own view of looking at things. Have you come across something like that?
Okay, whatever you say, Lauren.
I didn't say that again. I didn't quite understand.
I said whatever you say.
Well, no, not really. It's your show. It's whatever you say.
Listen, this is absolutely ridiculous. I never said that I wanted a show. I just wanted to prove to Ian that I got more listeners than him.
You said if you had a show, you would get more listeners. So Ian gave you a show.
She's a psychologist.
So let's see how you talk to your listeners. What would you like to talk about if you don't want to talk
One of
about
my
gaslighting?
listeners is...
What would you like to talk about apart from strawberries? Because everybody's really bored with that.
Well, I can just ramble on about rubbish, but I don't want to bore you, so...
Well, no, I don't want you to bore me either. So, yeah, you can pick a subject. You can pick any subject you like. It's up to you. So I'll kind of go with you. What subject do you want to talk about?
Well, any subject that you want to talk about. You're my listener.
Okay, then I want to talk about gaslighting.
And why would you bring that up?
Because you've just asked me to pick a subject, so I picked a subject.
So what is gaslighting, Lauren?
I'm not Lauren, I'm Annie.
Sorry?
I'm not Lauren, I'm Annie.
Ali?
Annie.
Annie, yeah, what do you want to say, Annie?
Okay, I've been reading up on this subject and I was just wondering if you or the rest of your many listeners would be interested about it. It's all about manipulating people and making people think that their reality is somehow negative or wrong, so you try and give them a different reality by presenting yours to them. Have you come across that kind of behaviour?
No, why would you bring that up to me? I mean, are you suggesting that I do that?
Well, it's one of those shows where we can talk about anything we like. It's always been whatever topic we want to talk about, and I've just been reading about it, so I thought you might be interested. I would never we can talk about something else if you'd rather, but you don't seem to have a subject to talk about.
Oh, I would never do such a thing, Annie. Austin seems to be enjoying herself on the camera. I would never do such a thing.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello there, how you doing?
Hi, man.
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Listen, I wanted to tell you about my dad, because you seem to have a bit of an issue talking about yours, and when last time when your dad told you he loved you, is that right?
Yeah, I think it's just a bit personal. We talk about a national radio and some just random guy, usually.
Well, I'll tell you when my dad last told me he loved me, because he died about 5 years ago of cancer. And I remember the day before he died, I was sat with him on his couch at home just before he went to the hospice. And I held his hand, and that was the first time in a few years he told me he loved me. And I told him I loved him back. And then unfortunately he died the next day. So what I'm trying to say to you fella is never give up the chance to tell someone you love that you love them. And what I think you should do is perhaps pause your radio career for a bit, ring your dad and tell her that you love him.
Okay, man.
That's what I think you should do. Because I think you should, you know, you only get one dad, you only get one mum, and they're not going to be around forever. So give them a call and let them know how much you love him. Do you know?
Well said.
Hello?
Hello? What am I going to do? Hello?
Is that the Mo Show?
Yeah, it's the Mo Show, whatever it is.
Hi, I was just wondering if you wanted to play a game, a musical game.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Okay, so basically, I'm going to hum a Beatles song, and you need to name it as quick as you can.
Yeah, this sounds ridiculous. This is probably a wind-up, yeah, but whatever.
No, it's not a wind-up, but I just thought, you know, like
This idiot tweeting me. Take control back, please. She's bullying him. He is defenceless.
To be honest,
He's not in on the joke.
Boring, so I'm just trying to
now.
inject a bit.
Who's that?
Some idiot
I think you call the Mo Show boring. It's better than the Iain Lee Show with Catherine.
Well, let's see how you fare with the Beatles game. Are you ready?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so here's the first one.
I don't know what you're on about, to be honest.
You don't know that song?
No. Maybe you should ask Iain.
Well, no, I'm asking you. What about this one? Do you know that one?
I think that's just ridiculous, man. I think you're just humming random songs just to wind me up.
No, they're all Beatles songs. Okay, how about this one? That one?
No, man, I don't know any of these Beatles songs.
So how did you find the Mo Show, Mo?
Yeah, man, it's just like, it was totally ridiculous by you just to make fun of me, really.
Not at all. Well, hang on a minute. I wasn't doing anything. They were all real callers.
Well, listen, Iain, I think it's just like you trying to make fun of me.
Well, how is it making? Hang on a minute.
I was in your fancy studio with Catherine with their fancy laptop. At the end of the day, I'll get more listeners than you.
So hang on a minute. When you said you could do the show better than me and get more listeners, you didn't, and I said you want to do it after after midnight. You didn't actually mean yes, you wanted to do it after midnight.
No, I didn't actually mean that. But what I actually mean.
Well, then why didn't you say I don't want to do it after midnight then?
With a little MacBook. And fancy microphones and these like fancy microphone stands. Like
what has the microphone stand got to do with? What is the microphone?
You just ramble on.
Yeah, I do just ramble on. That's the act. But I don't understand. Here's what I've discovered about you, Mo. You claim stuff, and then every time that stuff is you were given the opportunity to prove it, you fail, and then you blame other factors and other things around you.
I don't know why you're both like smiling at the camera, but like.
Okay. Well, Mo, listen. You've had a fair crack of the whip. I thoroughly enjoyed the Mo Show. I'd listen.
Okay, man.
Are we done?
Well, I don't know, man. Listen, what I said is I don't have your fancy studios. I don't have your like. Mo,
listen. What you don't have is you don't have manners and you don't have a polite attitude and you call me a liar. Those are the things you don't have, dude, okay? So here's the thing. When I say something on the radio, I mean it, all right? I don't like being told that I am a liar. I also think you need to let go of the strawberries, dude. That was December of last year. It's the summer of this year. You need to let it go, Mo. Hey, listen, man, thanks for being a good sport.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That was weird. Claire said, this is making me uncomfortable. It sounds like bullying. Then 2 minutes later, I've lost sympathy for him again now. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was a bit... Was it mean?
I don't know. I don't know why Mo keeps ringing up, apart from to berate, and that's been the theme, berating. It doesn't like being spoken back to.
Here's the thing. The accusation of lying, when I was giving him a really honest answer about something that has no interest for me whatsoever. The accusation of lying was the thing that got to me, and being told... he said, why did you do this? I told him one reason, then I started the second reason. He went, no, that's not why you did it. You did it because of this. I don't like people telling me what I'm thinking and what my actions, the reasoning behind my actions.
Also...
Don't like it.
Well, you know, if it is just about him he just wanted to tell you that he thought you'd done something selfish.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
But it won't be. He'll phone back again and have the same conversation. I think he wants you to say sorry to him.
Okay. 0344 499 1000. This is the late night alternative. Sadly, Mo is here no more with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle. Good evening, Stuart.
How are you doing, Iain?
I'm very, very well, Stuart, apart from the fact I've got a very itchy head.
Oh, why did you get an itchy head?
I've changed shampoos and it's done something, so I've bought some tea gel, which means tea gel is the one. I'm going to nuke it. 2 or 3 washes and I'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be brand new. Right, I want to talk to you about bullying.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go back to about 20 years ago in my life, when I was in the armed forces.
Yeah.
And I watched this, let's just say this corporal bully an 18-year-old young soldier.
Yeah.
Who'd just came out of basic training.
Yeah.
Who was naive, who was based in Germany, who was getting ready to go to Bosnia to fight in theatre.
Yeah.
And he's got all that to deal with. Missing his mum and dad, and all of a sudden we've got this big corporal that decided that I'm going to bully you.
Yeah. What kind of bullying was he doing?
Well, let's just say he was sticking him into a locker, putting a padlock on and throwing him 3 flights down the stairs.
Well, that's horrendous.
That's horrendous, isn't it? But guess who was there to meet him at the bottom?
I don't know.
Me.
Right.
I decided to fucking...
Whoa! Dude, that's a yellow card. One more and you're gone, right?
Sorry, you know, apologise. I was just...
Okay.
Sorry, I really apologise, you know, but it's when I heard your show tonight, and this is your topics, and...
Yeah.
Also,
Okay,
my
just
girlfriend went to
watch.
see a couple of nights ago,
Just
but
watch.
she bought it.
Just watch one more of them, and I've got to let you go. All right. So go on.
Iain, I really apologise.
That's all right, fella. Don't worry. We're cool.
I'm so sorry, mate. Honestly.
Yes.
I've got a lot of respect for you when I watched you on that mad reality TV show. You know, I thought, you know, this boy's going to win this, but sadly you didn't, did you?
Sadly, I didn't. So sorry. Okay. So you're at the bottom of the stairs. Yes.
Right. So what are you going to do to that? You know. You've got that through your whole 12 years of career. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to watch young soldiers going through and you're going to watch this bullying corporal bullying?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me what you did?
I told you what I did.
Well, no, you didn't.
Well, I did tell you what I did. Obviously, I put it into a swear word.
Yeah, well, because I didn't hear anything beyond the swear word, because I have to press a dump button and be aware that we've got younger ears. So what did you do?
Well, I confronted the bully, obviously, didn't I?
I don't know. Listen, stop asking me questions and tell me the story, because I don't know what happened.
I'm telling you the story.
No, you keep asking me questions, so just tell me what happened.
Well, the young boy told me that, obviously, what's happened to him. And obviously, with me being in a couple of years longer than him, I've decided, okay, so you tell me who this corporal is.
Yes.
And he's told me who this corporal is. So that night, I decided not to get drunk and watch him get drunk, because he thinks like he's like one down from the SAS, you know, 14 intelligence. He thinks, oh, look at me, I'm the better soldier than you. And because obviously he's a diver, and there's a clue, right? He's a diver, right? I'm not telling you what regiment, right? But he thinks I'll walk into the Naffy bar, which is just like a pub in City Street, but he thinks as soon as he walks in, people should turn around and say, oh, I will bow down to you and I will buy you a drink. but not me. I would walk up to him and I would say, "Oh, you think you're a hard man? You think you can bully young 18-year-olds? Well, bully me! Bully me!" But couldn't he bully me? Because I don't want to swear Ian, but I put him on his bum, right?
Yeah.
That's for words of a nicer word, right? I put him on his bum.
Yes.
And I marched him to the guardroom.
On his bum?
No, obviously I didn't march him to a guardroom on his bum.
Okay.
Right? I put his arms up his back and I've marched him straight into the guardroom. This is in Germany, remember, right?
Yes.
Now, we're in theatre in Bosnia, right? So we're in Split Northport. The clues that I'm telling you right now is if he's listening, he's going to understand that I know that he knows. Right? It's to you, you're talking Split Northport. Where's that? Well, that is Bosnia. That was 1998 when Slobodan Milosevic was getting done for heinous crimes.
Yeah.
And our British soldiers were digging up bodies, and we were finding like bodies with like minus rings, minus ears, because on an ear is an earring made of gold, so the ear would get chopped off. If they've got a wedding ring, their finger would get chopped off. So it was just like mass graves. But this corporal thought that he was the be-all and end-all. I thought, you know, I've watched this go on for 6 months in my training, and I'm not prepared to let this go on for any longer.
Right.
So one night I decided to pick up a bit of 4x2. You know what a bit of 4x2 is, eh? You've been to Juicens.
Yes.
Yeah? So I just whacked him with a bit of 4x2. Put him on his bum. Unconscious. Stuck a couple of... What do you call these things that you put your wheel trims on me? What are they called again? Tie wraps, that's it.
Yes.
So I stuck a few tie wraps on his arms and matched him in the guardroom.
Right.
And told him that he was doing this, he was doing that.
Yes.
So that man's no longer got a career. And I thought that I've probably saved not just one person that I seen getting bullied, but before him it was probably about 4 or 5 or 6. So in my eyes I thought, I've done good. And then you're talking about bullying. I mean, bullying's all shapes and all forms. It doesn't matter if it's primary school, high school, and the armed forces.
Yes.
At the end of the day, bullying is bullying. It's a heinous crime, and it needs to be
So if you
stopped.
did this 25 years ago...
Yes. Come on, Ian, I'm waiting. If I did this 25 years ago,
Yeah.
what age am I right now?
No, I'm formulating the question because there's so many thoughts going through my head. Partly is I don't know why you're telling me this horrific story.
Well, you're talking about bullying, so I'm telling you about bullying. And maybe the person that I saved for getting a kicking that night is listening.
Okay.
And maybe they'd appreciate...
It's unlikely. I find it hard to celebrate someone.
Not believe or celebrate. What do you mean celebrate?
If you let me finish this, the sentence, Stuart.
What are you going to do? You're going to put a birthday cake? And
If you let me finish, if you let me finish the sentence, Stuart, then then you maybe you can come back in it when you know what I'm going to say. Yeah.
Right. No, but on you go. I like you. On you go.
Okay. I find it difficult to celebrate somebody exacting revenge by tying someone up and smacking them unconscious with a bit of wood. I find it difficult to celebrate that person as a hero.
But I'm not a hero, Ian, right? What I realised he was bullying, right? So he's bullied young lads in my regiment.
Okay, well, hero was the wrong word. Hero was the wrong word, then. I find it difficult...
I'm not a hero.
No, you're not. In that respect. I don't know about your military career, maybe you are, but I find it difficult to... I find it difficult to have respect for someone that does that.
Right. Well, what I can understand is what you're saying is you find it hard to have respect for somebody like that. But what you need to understand, right, is Glaswegian boy, primary school, high school, ginger hair, bullying, make a stance.
So you weren't hitting him.
Let me finish.
You weren't hitting... No, hang on. You weren't hitting him. You were hitting all the other people that had bullied you because you had ginger hair.
Yeah, and I know you're a comedian, but come on, listen to me. Listen to me, right? Listen to me.
Stuart, I'm listening to you, and you're rambling. You sound arrogant. You sound aggressive.
I'm not arrogant. I'm as happy
You
as
sound.
Larry.
You can still be arrogant and happy. Here's where I am, because I'm going to speed this up, because this has been going on too long. You sound arrogant. You sound very angry. You sound like you've not made peace with something with a violent act you did 25 years ago. You also sound like you were traumatised by the horrific things that you saw in service of this country. And I don't quite.
There you go. You've just mentioned it all. Yes, you're right. Traumatised for what I've seen and the injections that I took. That's fine, Ian, right? Fully understand that, right?
Where's the I don't understand why I don't understand, Stuart. I don't understand, Stuart, why you're being so aggressive with me.
But I love you to bits, mate. I'm not.
But you're being you are being aggressive. You're being aggressive, and you're making me feel uncomfortable.
Ian, I'm going to tell you something, and you'll never believe it, right? My girlfriend was going to phone you a couple of nights ago and bottled it, right? And you decided to phone her back, and she didn't have the bottle to speak to the phone. I don't know if you remember it.
I don't. But you're making me feel uncomfortable.
Why am I making you feel uncomfortable?
Because you're being aggressive.
No. Listen, what you need to understand is I'm not going to bring anybody's name into disrepute, right? I'm not going to badmouth the Queen.
I don't think you understand aggression. No one seems to understand basic words tonight. I'm not saying you're going to badmouth anyone or lie, but I'm not saying that. Your tone is aggressive.
My tone isn't aggressive. My tone is.
Your tone is aggressive. Your story is upsetting, and I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that story. I was sharing genuine. I was sharing genuine empathy about what you must have seen and how horrific it must have been, and
yes,
you seem to throw that back in.
Bullying when I give you a good bullying subject, and you cannot accept that fact that you find that my tone is a bit.
Please tell Ian that I find him speaking to his people, like his listeners, that he's going to kill them because they don't accept that the Avengers finished that way. I find that aggressive. Please understand that, Ian Lee.
Right. Are you guys? Can I ask you, Stuart? Can I ask you a personal question? Are you guys high?
High? I was in the British Army for 22 years, and you actually asked me if I'm high?
Because both of you sound very, very excited. Are you on drugs? Are you drunk? What's going on? Because both of you sound very excited and not as focused as I would like you to be.
Right, so how focused do you want me to be?
I'd like you to focus on the question I just asked.
I've just focused on the question.
No, you didn't. You didn't. I'd like you to answer the question I just asked them.
Right, so what was the question you asked me?
Well, I thought you were focused on the question.
Yes, I was, but what were you saying? You asked me if I was high. I'm not high.
So you haven't taken any drugs and you're not drunk?
Ian, I don't take drugs and I'm not drunk.
Okay. Well, you're making me feel very uncomfortable, and I don't. You are being aggressive. I don't understand. I don't know how I'm.
Because I'm Scottish.
Well, that's rubbish because my granddad was Scottish and I've got a lot of family in Scotland, so that's nonsense. So you can put that card back in your pocket.
So I'm telling you about bullying in the British Army and you've just wiped it out. And why is that? Is that because it's
I haven't wiped it out. I haven't wiped it out. You've told me a really.
Of course you've wiped it out.
You've told me a really horrific.
You need to think of all those young soldiers, right, on the 1990s.
Will you shut up for a minute, Stuart? Will you shut up for a minute?
Oh, of course I'll shut up for a minute.
Good. Then shut up.
Are you speaking?
I will speak in a second when you've shut up.
Speak. I've shut up, you speak.
You like to be in control, don't you?
Well, I wasn't 14 intelligence for nothing, you know, so come on, speak.
Well, you're not in control of me, buddy.
I'm not in control of you, I know that.
No.
If I was in control of you, I wouldn't phone your talk show tonight.
Shut up.
Come on, Ian, behave yourself.
Shut up, man, and have some respect, okay?
Of course I've got respect.
You're not in control of me, okay? And I'm not gonna fall for
Right, well, I know I'm not in control with you. I'm just waiting for you. You've told me to stop, you tell me what you're going to say.
I'm not intimidated by you. Okay?
Don't be silly. I'm not trying to intimidate anybody.
Yes, you are.
Just tell me what you're going to say.
I will do if you shut
You've
up.
already said I'm high. You've already said I'm on drugs.
No, I haven't said that. I haven't said you're high or on drugs. You're not listening to a word. No, I didn't. You're not listening to a word I'm saying.
You asked me if I was high, and you asked me if I'm on
I asked you if you were high. That's different from saying you.
I'm not.
That's different from saying you are high.
I'm telling you I'm not.
And I didn't say that you were.
I'm telling you, you've not been to Bosnia, so you couldn't understand what I've seen.
Exactly, Stuart. Stuart, when I raised that point, about the horrific things you must have seen, some of which you described. You
Yes,
threw it back.
I've seen hundreds
You
of
threw it.
things, but we
You
don't need
threw
a
it.
bully into the equation,
You
do we?
threw it back into my face. I was trying to show empathy, and you threw it back into my face.
I did not throw it back into your face.
Okay. Well, Stuart, thanks for calling.
No. Come on, Ian, don't be a shite bag. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Thanks for calling, Stuart.
That's what you do to everybody, when I've got the better of you, thanks for calling. That's how you're a shite comedian.
I thought you were a fan of mine, and now I'm a shite comedian, am I?
Well, I was a fan of you, but you know what? See now that you're turning and says, oh, well, thanks for calling.
Well, what, Stuart? It feels like this conversation has ended. What else would you like to say that has been missed so far in the debate?
So what would you like to say? I've just basically told you what happened in the 90s, and you're like, oh, it's a BBC, so we'll just turn on and we'll just fucking fuck it right.
Right. There you go, mate. There you go. You've had your warning.
Oh, and that's your excuse.
You've had that's your excuse, mate. You've had your warning. You were told. You were told not to swear anymore, Stuart. You dropped 2 F-bombs. I've got no idea what's going on with you, dude. Thank you for your service, genuinely. Appreciate it. Thank you for going to places and doing things that I would never want to see, would never want my boys to see and do. I appreciate it. But you don't intimidate me. I found your story of dealing with a bully horrific. And I look forward to your next call, mate, but without the language. Thanks very much indeed. 03444 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Hi, man. Is that me?
Hello?
Hello, is that me?
Hello, caller?
Hello, is that me?
Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Hello, it's Mo.
Yes, you're on the air.
Hi, can you hear me, Ian?
Yes, I can.
Well, Ian, I just disagree with your comments about Clarkson.
What were my comments about Clarkson?
You're just like, 1 minute. You're just saying, well, you're just picking out his mistakes. And I never picked out your mistakes, because if I were to pick out your mistakes, you know what I would do.
So what were my comments about Clarkson that you disagreed with? Let's go through them one at a time.
Ian, we've done this before. Let's just calm down a little. Calm down a little. And so just give me a second, yeah? Oh my God. You're just like picking out his mistakes and picking out the things that are wrong in him. But in reality, he's a fantastic presenter.
I said that.
And everybody does things that he regrets.
I said that, Mo. I said that. I said he was a great presenter. What I tell you, what I've never done is I've never punched someone for bringing me a sandwich.
Ian, everyone makes mistakes.
No, there's a difference between making. There's a difference.
I think you're just jealous of him.
Okay, can I ask a question? Are you ever rude about people?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am rude to people, as are most humans, Ian.
Okay. But I'm not allowed to pick out people's mistakes. I'm not allowed to do that.
No, but the way that you're doing it is like very accusatory or something.
No, I'm stating facts. He assaulted someone. That's a fact. He used the M word. That's a fact.
As soon as the man got a good job, you're like, oh, Jeremy Clarkson, get him out, what a disgrace, oh, I can't believe he got that job, oh, look at me,
Okay. So if we apply that rule across the board, then you must be jealous of Piers Morgan.
Why am I jealous of Piers Morgan?
Well, because you've been doing the same to Piers Morgan that I apparently have been doing to Jeremy Clarkson. So if we extrapolate your theory that we only...
You look at my tweets, are you that, I mean...
Here's your tweet. Here's your tweet to Piers Morgan. One of them. People are allowed to be whatever they want to be, dickhead. Your hateful views are much more dangerous to society. So you're jealous of Piers Morgan that he's got a really good job.
You're really funny, man. Listen, man.
No. Address that. Address that. If I'm apparently jealous of Jeremy Clarkson because I've criticised him and pointed out things he's done, then you must be jealous of Piers Morgan.
The way you're doing it, Ian, you've got to watch yourself more because
I don't.
You have a big fan base.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't have to watch myself. I'm not a role model. I'm not a poster boy. I am perfectly imperfect. I'm a human being, and I do what I want to do. I don't. If I would.
You're a presenter.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
a radio presenter.
Correct. Well done. That's the first thing you've got right in the 3 phone calls you've made to me, Mo.
But listen, the funny thing is, I only have one tweet about Piers Morgan.
No, you don't.
You have several tweets.
You've got quite a few. The fact that here's another one to Piers Morgan. The fact that Piers Morgan, aka Scumbag, is nominated for an award of any kind is both staggering and disgusting. To know that a man that is best friends with a person that is a misogynistic, racist pig is going to be accredited makes me want to cry. Misogynistic and racist, 2 of the things I levelled at Jeremy Clarkson. So it's okay for you to level accusations of racism and misogyny, but it's not okay for me because I'm on the radio. That doesn't sound fair to me, Mo.
You have such a big fan base. And
No, I don't. No, I don't. I have a very small fan base.
Thousands of followers with my 44 is completely...
So it's the size of the followers. Right. Surely I should be using my fan base, let's call it that, to point out hypocrisy and racism and homophobia and bigotry and things like that, shouldn't I? Instead of hiding it.
But Jeremy Clarkson, I mean, his racist joke about the Didier Drogba, I've read about it.
Oh, it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that. It was
wasn't just...
No, it wasn't just that. There was more.
He isn't openly racist, like you...
Tic-tac-toe, was it? Catch an M-word by the toe.
Piers Morgan is more dangerous than Jeremy Clarkson.
Why are you... Mo, they're not dangerous. They're TV presenters. Mo, listen, I really enjoy your calls. I don't think mentally you're up to speed, okay? Here's what you've got to do. You've got to try harder. You've got to listen, and you've got to respond to the things I say in the same way that I respond to you, okay? Can we try that next time, Mo?
I'm listening to you.
Okay, you're not.
You're ridiculous.
You're
ridiculous.
Okay, yeah, any more? Get them out before I cut you off. Get them all out.
Cut me off then. I'm not scared of you.
Well, no. I'm already late for the news. I know you're not scared of me. Me cutting you off is not. It's what happens. Get all your insults out now. You can phone back later if you want. It's double bubble on a Triple M night.
Well, I'll do a double bubble, and I'll probably I'll explain my points better just in a bit. Okay, bye, Ian.
Thanks, man. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio. Let's go to line 1. You're on the wireless.
Hello, Line 1. How are you?
I'm very, very well, line 1.
Can't make account why you're so materialistic.
Sorry?
Can't make account why you're so materialistic.
Who's materialistic?
You are.
Why is that then?
Because before you were listing about how much you spent and how much you did this and how much you did that.
What was that for? When I was talking about the water pistols?
Yeah.
Right, that doesn't buying water pistols doesn't display necessarily indicate that someone is materialistic. I'd need a little bit more evidence than that.
Well, I thought you were bragging about it.
No, not bragging. I was.
Because I spent a portion of money on my family tonight.
Right. Well,
doesn't matter. I don't have to tell anybody.
Okay, well,
You're telling the whole nation.
mate, I hate to point this out to you, Glynn. You don't host a radio show. I do, and the act, if you want to call it that, is I share quite intimate details about my life. If you're unhappy with that, then I suggest the show isn't for you. But that's the act. That's what I do. If you notice, I don't talk about money that much. I just happened to say I'd spent 90 quid on some water pistols. The reason I was saying that was so that the listener would get, and I know you got this, you're just being obtuse, the listener would get that they were bloody big water pistols. That's all that was. It doesn't...
I'm not obtuse here, I'm at a tangent here.
Yeah, I didn't say you were obtuse. I said you were being obtuse. You were being tricksy just for the sake of tricksiness, and that's fine. But it's my duty to call out tricksiness.
I'm at a tangent here, not obtuse.
Okay, your jokes are shit. So stop doing the jokes. No, it's not. It's a fact. So stop doing the jokes because they're not funny, and let's have a conversation. Okay.
Well, I spoke to you the other night and you went silent on me.
Okay, let's have a conversation and I'm having to write myself a little post-it note, don't swear. And let's not do the jokes, because the jokes ain't funny, and they don't present you in the best light.
No, because to be quite honest, Ian, I've become to actually quite like you.
Oh, I can't stand you.
You can't stand me?
No, I can't stand you.
I actually quite like you because I think I'm beginning to understand you.
You haven't got you haven't got a clue. You haven't got a clue. You haven't got it in the slightest. You're looking at this show through a very narrow filter. You're looking at this show through a tiny, tiny little filter. And I don't think, Glynn, that you're able to expand that filter. And you're looking at this show in black and white, and actually it's in 3D.
I'm looking at it in HD. Because I love everybody, Ian.
No, you don't. You don't. You don't. You're an argumentative old man. And that's fine. That's fine. But you don't. You have an attitude. You have a tone. You're aggressive. You're surly. You're rude. And you don't listen. And that's fine, man.
Is it? Oh, do apologise. I promised myself I'd never say that to you again. And what do you think about yourself?
That's a big question, man. That's a big question. I hate myself.
Do you know, I'm actually very scared of you.
Okay, it's funny you asked me a question, and again I revealed a very intimate part of myself, and you ignored the answer.
Okay, then I do apologise. Give me the answer then, please.
I gave it. I don't feel comfortable sharing such intimacy with you at this precise moment in time as you brushed it aside. But I'll do the decent thing. Well, I'm sorry you feel scared of me. That's yourself. That's yourself allowing yourself to feel scared. I'm not scaring you. You're allowing yourself to feel scared, and you need to ask yourself why.
Because I don't know what to say to you.
Okay, well, don't phone in. It's that simple. You don't have to phone in.
No, it's not quite that way. I didn't explain myself properly. What I meant is I don't know what to say to you because I don't know whether I'm going to offend you or not.
Well, you don't offend me.
But you have just called me a rude...
Yeah.
Unruly, whatever, man.
You're rude and aggressive.
Conversation.
You're rude and aggressive, but you don't offend me.
I'm not aggressive.
Sorry?
I'm not aggressive.
Yeah, you are. You are.
I'm pertinent. I'm abrupt. I'm certainly very abrupt to you.
Okay, well, abrupt and aggression, very similar things. Let's not argue semantics, it's dull.
Semantics aren't dull. Semantics are open to misinterpretation.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Can I give you, before I go, I do thank you very much for giving me double bubble tonight.
That's okay. Yes, Mo!
Yo, man.
Yes.
How are you?
Pretty much the same I was the last time we spoke.
So this time I'm going to be calm. By the way, I don't really like her T-shirt. I like Catherine's dress, but I don't really like her T-shirt.
Don't care, that's why I blocked you on YouTube.
Did you?
Yeah, can't be bothered with it.
Oh.
Can't be bothered.
My T-shirt is "The Kids in the Hall, I'm going to crush your head."
Oh, that's really harsh, Catherine. Why would you even say that?
Deal with it.
Why would you do that? Do you think I care? That's the thing. I don't really care.
Good. Doesn't matter then,
Okay.
does it?
So well done for staying so calm for at least 12 seconds, Mo. What have you called in for this time?
Well, I just want to I actually agree with some of your points that she made about Jeremy Clarkson, and I don't really usually agree with you. I actually agree with some of the comments you made about Jeremy Clarkson, but the thing is, as a radio presenter who has 99,000 viewers on Twitter, you shouldn't be showcasing your hate towards a fellow TV presenter and a fellow friend.
I think you're right.
No, you're winding me up, Andy.
No, I think you're right.
You really shouldn't.
I think you're right, and I apologise. I apologise sincerely.
No, man, but don't treat me like that. Yeah, don't belittle me.
I'm not. Hang on a minute. I'm not belittling you, Mo. I agree with you. I've given it quite a lot of consideration over the past hour. And I think you're right, and I apologise. I apologise to Jeremy Clarkson. I apologise to his family. You're right. I should use this platform I have for not spreading hate.
Wow, if you agree with me, that's amazing. But if you're sarcastic, which you probably are, I don't know.
No, I'm agreeing with you, and I apologise. And I apologise if I offended Mr. Clarkson and his family. I certainly apologise to you, Mo, for obviously upsetting you. And you're right, and it's given me a lot to think about. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
And does Catherine agree with me?
I don't know. I've not spoken to Catherine about it, and that's irrelevant. Your beef is with me, and I apologise.
Well, speak with Catherine if she agrees with me.
Sorry?
Speak with Catherine and see if she agrees with me.
Speak with Catherine until she agrees with you.
No, and see if she agrees with me.
You could ask her, Mo. She can hear us. She can hear us right now.
No, I'm scared of Catherine, to be honest.
Because she's a woman, and yeah. Catherine, do you agree with Mo?
I think he makes a lot of very important points, yeah.
Yeah, we both agree with you. You've opened up our eyes, so thank you for that, man.
Was this a message from your presenter? A little, note behind the table?
Say that again, sorry?
Was that a little note from your presenter, or just say this to Mo?
No, Catherine, listen, I don't know what women you've spent time with, but Catherine is a free thinker, and I certainly couldn't persuade her or instruct her to say or think anything. I think women are pretty much equal to men.
Well, why are you pointing out that to me? Why are you stating the obvious?
Well, because you're assuming that I've somehow told her what to say, and that would be unequal, wouldn't it?
No, man, I said your presenter from the top, the people above you two.
The presenter. You don't. Okay, sorry, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't. And neither do I. The presenter from the top.
Yeah, above you is probably sending you notes under the table.
Okay, wow. Yeah, that's happening.
That's where he lives.
He's right. That's happening as well. Yeah, that's where that's happening.
I don't know. Man, I don't know what you're doing. You're annoying me because you're agreeing with me.
I know you've said something. You've said something. I argued against it. Then I thought about it, and I realised you were probably right.
You're being kind of sarcastic with me, but that doesn't matter.
Okay, Motley. Here's what you need to do. You need to trust a little bit more, brother.
The cat is laughing her head off on the camera. But, okay, I'll trust
because you're talking about people passing notes under the desk.
There's no one.
Can you see anyone under the desk?
There is no presenter under the desk passing notes, Mo. That's
a funny image.
That's the paranoid ramblings of a delusional idiot. But in terms of Jeremy Clarkson, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, and I agree with you.
Okay, if you actually sincerely do, I don't know if that even makes sense. Then I thank you for that.
No, Mo. I thank you for it because I've learnt something tonight. So thank you, man.
But man, don't worry. I'll still call in and I'll still disagree with you at times.
We agree.
Okay, I agree.
I don't know if you agree or not. Okay, but I'll believe.
But only disagree with things that you genuinely disagree with. Don't disagree just for the sake of disagreeing. That would be disingenuous.
What do you mean? But a lot of the points, some of the points you say I disagree with.
Okay, but only phone in and disagree with the points you disagree with. Don't disagree. Don't be contrary just for the sake of contrariness.
Why is Catherine waving on the camera?
I'm not.
She's not, mate.
Are you looking at the right feed?
Yeah,
you're probably watching it on Mo. You're probably watching it on a delay. Click if you hover the cursor over it, the word live will appear. If you click on the word live, that takes you to exactly where you are, where we are, or thereabouts. But there's always a slight delay on it. You got it, brother. Well done.
The red cup.
Yeah.
Obviously, man, I know what to do. Obviously, I'm not stupid. I don't know why you're like.
Well, you're accusing me of doing something I'm not. I'm wondering why you would see something that didn't happen.
But these, mistakes and things can happen, and misunderstandings, and that's fine. Mo, thanks so much for your call, man. I really appreciate it.
Okay, man. See ya.
Thanks a lot. Great caller, intelligent guy, like that, respect that. He flagged up something. I disagree with it. I thought about it. I processed the information and realised he was probably right. Thank you, Mo. Best caller of the night so far. 03444991000. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio. Right, Napoleon has gone from YouTube to Skype and is on the line now. Good evening.
It's her, by the way. But yeah, let's get on with it.
All right. Well, there you go. It's what I missed. You were. I couldn't hear you at the beginning.
You said let's get on. You called me he straight away off the bat. So I mean, like.
Well, I don't know what you are. I'm going by the name Napoleon. All I know is. No. Hang on a second.
No, let me finish.
No, I will not let you finish because you picked me up on something.
No. The reason we're having this argument is because I said to you on YouTube, we are women too, and yet you still refer to me as a man. Okay.
Listen. Right, you've picked me up on something that is. No, let me finish now. Right, I told you. I'm busy doing a radio show. YouTube is a tiny, tiny part of this show. I can't look at all the comments. I can't keep a track. I'm sorry for saying he or whatever it was I said. I go by names, right? And the name Napoleon to me is a masculine name. I don't know your gender.
It's not a real name, obviously, but, okay. Can I just...
Well, no, hang on a second. You can address the point I've just made. I didn't know your gender.
Well, I mean, I've spoken to you before on...
When?
I've spoken to you, well, not on the radio, but I've spoken to you before through text and stuff, and I thought you recognised me. Maybe you didn't. I apologise.
No, of course I don't. If you listen to the show, you know we might get someone who phoned me the day before and I don't remember who they are.
Okay, I'll accept that. And I'll apologise.
Thanks very much.
Okay,
I'll accept your apology.
Yeah, can I speak to you? This is like not the way I ever wanted to call you first time, but I have in the past actually contacted you and you got very upset with me about challenging you about transphobia when you were back in BBC on a radio show. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I don't remember it. What? Just tell me, stop trying to remind me and tell me what happened.
Well, I mean, it all started off with you coming up with the premise. It all started with the premise of you talking about lady boys and being in a bar, and you don't know how you can't tell from just looking at them. You have to. It's the hands. It was a joke. It was a really kind of transphobic joke at the time, and you've really come on since then. And the whole show kind of turned into a show about education for trans, which I really appreciate.
When did I say that?
This was years ago, and I've kind of
When? I don't remember saying it. When?
It was on BBC. What was the name? Three Counties, when you were doing the radio show there. It was years ago. And it was all under the bridge, but I mean, I just wanted to say...
It's obviously not under the bridge because it's the first thing you brought up.
But, I mean, it's just, no, I'm saying you've come a long way since then, because even the show...
Patronising much?
Well, I mean, you do have a lot to learn. You've already admitted
and you've
that.
got a lot to learn about manners.
Excuse me, I'm not trying to be...
No, you are. You've got a lot to learn about manners. At least I'm prepared to admit that I'm learning every single day. Well, you've got something to learn about manners.
Okay, if you want to play it that way.
No, I want to play it the way that you can accuse me of something, yet when I accuse you of something, you get all defensive and have a hissy fit.
I'm saying you did say these things.
Okay, I don't remember it. It was years ago. I apologise. I certainly wouldn't say it now.
I've accepted your apology. I'm not even...
Do you know what? I couldn't give a stuff if you accept my apology.
Oh, for God's sake. It's like talking to a brick wall here.
It's like, I know it is. You listen to the thing. You're having a pop at me, right? And that's fine. That's fine. People can have a pop at me. But when I say that you could perhaps do with some manners, you don't accept that that's even a possibility. Very one-sided criticism, this, isn't it?
I don't think I've been rude to you at all.
I think you have, and I know you don't. And I know you don't. Well, then you definitely got something to learn about manners, because you have been rude.
I haven't been rude to you. All I did, in the comment section, you were talking about Jeffrey Tambor, and I was...
No. I'm not talking about that now. I'm talking about in this phone call, you've been rude and aggressive.
How have I been rude and aggressive? Please.
First, I'll tell you. If you be quiet, I'll tell you. First thing you come on, you pick up that I called you he.
Yes, because you did.
But you said it in an aggressive way. Instead of saying, actually, I'm not a he, I'm a she... you didn't.
No. All I did was explain my gender to you.
No, you said it in an aggressive...
No, all I did.
God,
sorry.
You're so rude. Can I finish a sentence, please?
Well, you won't listen to me.
No, I have listened to you. I've listened to you a lot.
You haven't, really.
Go on, then.
Well, all I did, when I came on, I made it very clear. That's all I did, was being affirmative, telling you what my gender is.
No, and I didn't hear that because the fader wasn't up. I asked you to repeat it, so you got aggressive with me.
Okay, that's how you want to If that's how you see it.
It is how I see it. And you don't accept, and I'm being aggressive now because I'm pissed off with you. You don't accept for a second that you might be in the wrong in this, do you? Because you're never wrong.
I'm not saying I don't get it wrong. I'm saying I'm very assertive and maybe too passionate about this.
Yeah, you're aggressive and you're rude.
I'm not aggressive and rude.
Well, then you're in denial. You're in denial. I've accepted that I've done things wrong, and you can't accept that you've done things wrong.
If I really want to be aggressive and rude, I'd be swearing all over the place.
No, you wouldn't, because you'd be cut off straight away. You can be aggressive and rude without swearing, and that's what you've done so far. So let's start again, right? Okay. So what's the point you'd like to make?
Okay, the point is, you picked up on something I said on YouTube, where all I explained was that trans women are women too. That's all I said.
I said members of the trans community.
Well, you made a distinction between women being abused and Jeffrey Tambor abusing trans women.
No, I didn't. I didn't even say trans women. I didn't even say trans.
Members of the trans community.
What about trans men?
Well, I mean, they're trans men. They're men.
Right. Okay. But there is surely the blanket term. And if I've got this wrong, then I'm learning something. The blanket term I have heard and thought was the case was members of the trans community.
No, the members of the trans community, transgender is an umbrella term, it's a catch-all term.
Right, okay. And just to clarify, sorry, you speak for everybody in the trans community?
No, I don't.
Right, exactly. You speak for you. So in your opinion, what I said was wrong.
Trans woman here, and most trans women, well, I mean, they don't like when the issue is abuse against women. It's Me Too. It's the whole Me Too campaign, and the women that were
I don't know the full Jeffrey Tambor story. I didn't know. Will you shut up and listen? God, you are so rude. What a rude woman. What a rude woman. Right?
Thank you. Whoa.
Sorry?
I said thank you.
Right. I don't know the full details of the Jeffrey Tambor story. Or will you shut up and let me finish? Jesus, you're rude. All I had read. You're a really nasty piece of work, you are.
I'm listening.
You're a nasty piece of work.
Oh, please, just get on with what you want to say.
All I had read was he had abused trans people. Right? That's all I'd read. Right? It didn't specify women. It didn't specify men. Hence me not specifying women and not specifying men.
Well, in all the news articles, it has been pointed out was trans women.
Well, I guess what? In the article that I read, I didn't spot that.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take that on board.
Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's probably a topic for a different day, but...
No, you're here now. Let's do it.
Well, I was going to ask your opinion on it, but I'm not sure it's probably the right time to, because it's a completely different angle. How do you deal with death threats online?
Jesus, there we go. There's a quantum leap. Well, you report them to the police.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, will they take them seriously?
Yeah, of course they will. If it's a death threat, then they'll take it seriously.
Yeah, well... I mean, I just thought, because I know you've probably dealt with this kind of abuse before, and
yeah.
So I'm kind of like, dealing with an obsessive type person who knows about my gender, and it's pretty much sending me things like, there's people looking for you when we find you, all this kind of stuff.
Well, have you reported it to the police? Have you blocked this person?
Because it's an online abuse, and you feel like, well, it's online, what will they do about it?
Well, they take it really seriously. If someone's making death threats, they take it really seriously.
Okay. Yeah.
How does it make you feel as a person?
How does it make me feel as a person? Well, I'm kind of used to kind of abuse and, idle threats and violence, but I mean, just to get... I don't think I've ever had, like, proper death threats before.
Well, it's horrendous. And no one should have to have death threats because, for whatever reason, whether it's their gender or it's their sexuality or it's their job or it's their hair or whatever it is, no one should have to endure death threats. So what happened? Why can't you just block this person?
I did. Like, it's just a Facebook, anonymous person on Facebook who found me and...
Facebook, huh?
Yeah, basically, I mean, I didn't even block them. They sent me some abusive stuff saying, glad there's a high suicide rate for people like you. And then, before I had a chance to, do anything, to block me. And then I got the same person, sending me stuff. And it's obviously the same person because it's the same kind of style. And, it's just kind of...
Well, I mean, the problem with these things is that the police trying to track the person down. That's always the thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm speaking over you now.
That's all right. This is a much more reasonable conversation than coming on.
So reasonable.
Take the boxing gloves off, and I apologise for shouting, and I know you won't apologise for being rude because you don't think you were rude. All right, that's fair enough. You were a little bit.
I apologise for my tone if it came.
There we go. And I apologise for shouting at you and telling you to shut up, and I apologise for misgendering you. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a deliberate thing. I genuinely, I don't know.
Okay, no, I'm kind of.
You're sensitive about it, understandably so.
Yeah.
Of course you are, and I get that, and that's fine. And I apologise if me doing that caused any offence, because listen. I nearly said man there, but I say man to women as well. And I realise that could be construed as a slight dig. But listen, this show is about peace and love. This is about everyone getting on and supporting everybody, and don't try not to take swipes at us when I get things wrong, as I will do, because I'm an old man and I'm trying and I'm learning and I'm reading as much as I can and I'm trying to get the terminology right, but it seems to be changing every day, but still that's no excuse. Just phone up and say, maybe you could have phrased it like this.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean to have a go with you, if I'm completely honest. I didn't mean to have a snipe at you at all. I was just explaining the point.
Then we're cool. But also to bear in mind, I see 2% of the YouTube comments, and I don't often see the comment that went before the comment that I see, because it's not an integral part of the show for me, and I know that it is for a lot of people, and I appreciate the fact that you watch on YouTube and that you contribute, and that's groovy. But I don't read it.
No. Well, I mean, my kind of, I've been on kind of, I guess I'm kind of on the defensive for the last few days because of this stuff, and then tonight there was stuff on, on the channels, and there's a big debate, and it turned into just a kind of, a shit, just turned into a, just a farce of abuse being thrown at trans women, and and that switched on you, and you're talking about trans, the trans thing, Amber, and I'm still kind of on edge, and I apologise if
You can't call it the trans thing. It's not the trans thing. I'm joking. Call it whatever you want. I don't care. But listen, I have, I have respect for men and women who are members of the trans community. I don't know what to say. I've got respect and love, and who knows what's going to happen to my kids? Who knows what's going to happen to Kath's? We just don't know. And it's wonderful that that things are dividing and growing and changing and evolving. I genuinely think it's a great thing, and I'm really sorry on behalf of the human race that some idiot has taken it upon themselves to try and make you feel miserable about who you are. That's not nice, and no one deserves that.
Yeah, well, thank you. I don't really know what to say to that.
Okay. Well,
I just appreciate the thought. So.
Peace and love.
Okay.
Thanks.
Maybe I'll call in another time.
Yeah, do. And thanks for calling in, because I know it's tough to call in when the host is calling you out. So well done for that.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
Thanks.
Ta-ta. Oh, there we go. That went all around the houses, didn't it? And ended up back at the front door.
Thank goodness.
03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation. The best of Iain Lee on Talk Radio.